All right, everybody, welcome. This is week 3 of our series. So this week, is that right? Is this week 3 or week 4?
I
Now I've
think it's
confused
4.
myself. It's week 4. You're
Yeah.
right. Thank you. This is week 4. Confusing myself. I had it pulled up right on my deck. I just said it wrong. Okay, so week 4. Facebook and Facebook prospecting. So the first thing I wanted to think about today in light of our 5 steps to social media success is the conversation aspect. A question I get asked all the time is, are Facebook business pages a necessity at this point? Is it something that I should be doing? Is it something that I should think about? And I start that response by showing you this, which is a graph of Facebook over the past now 7 years. This graph is obviously almost 2 years old, but it's still valid. What they have done to Facebook business pages and their capacity to reach their own fans. Okay, so you can see in 2012, if you had a business page and you had 10,000 fans, then every time you made a post, 10,000 fans saw that post, and it was an incredible way for businesses to stay in touch with their customer group and grow new customers. And so Facebook realized, hey, all these people are making all this money off of our platform, and we're not making any of it. So they figured out how to monetize things. And you can see what happened in February 4 years ago. We call it the Great Like-ocalypse. And what they did was they didn't take anybody's likes away, but they took away a business page's ability to be seen not only by their own fans, but by potential new fans as well. And they monetized it. Okay, and so you still have the capacity. Gina's saying she can't hear anything. Diane, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you. Maybe
I'll tell her to try a headset.
Or maybe her volume's off on her computer.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, you can see that, and it's still this bad. The reach is still this bad. But if you have a business page now and you make an organic post, then you have the likelihood of people seeing it. Let's just keep the math simple. You know, if you have 1,000 likes on your business page, then approximately 10 to 15 to 20 people will be served that post in their feed. Your other 990 fans will not see that post unless they visit your page. And as we all know, people don't take the time to do that anymore on Facebook. Everybody checks their home feed and hops off. So what to do about that? Okay, so you've just got to make some decisions about whether this is worth it to you. So what we're looking at here is, I took a screenshot of the Healthy Living Soundboard Facebook page and some recent posts we had done at the time I took this screenshot. So I wanted you to see this. When I took this picture, the page had over 3,000 likes. So you can see when we make a post, so you're going to hear me say the word organic all the time, and you're going to hear me say the word paid all the time. What organic means is that when you make a post and you don't do anything to it and you just let it find its own audience, okay, that is called making an organic post, and people just find it on their own, or they get it served to them in their feed. So that's when I talk about organic reach, that is the reach that Facebook has slashed. And then you have paid reach, which means you have to pay to get in front of people's eyeballs. So what you're looking at here is this post, an organic post, unboosted, we're not paying to get in front of anybody. We have 3,000 likes, and you can see how many people saw this post. Okay, same thing here. We had an announcement about a training. We have 3,000 people who've already told us and told Facebook, I want to see what this page is doing, but Facebook doesn't show. Okay, and this one did a little bit better because it got a couple of shares on it. but still nowhere near even the original size of our audience, which is 3,000, let alone getting to new people. So then these posts that have the dark orange, you can see we've paid to boost these posts to get them found. Gina's still having trouble. So what you have to decide with your Facebook business page is this. If you're new to the business or new to social media, or even you've been on Facebook for a while, but you're thinking about whether or not it's worth it for you to make a business page and pour resources and time into it, it's not. It is not worth your time. Don't do it, because it's not going to go anywhere. Even if you get 50 or 100 likes on it, still, maybe one person will see a post that you make. But if you have a long-standing business page that you set up before all of these things begin to change, then I highly recommend at least trying to keep it somewhat fresh, because people will continue to find it. And then if you've had one and you've kept it going all this time, and you've seen this and you've seen the declining reach, I think it's still probably a good thing to have a presence on, but you've got to decide, because I know you're not allowed to sell products directly through the business page, and I know you're not allowed to market the product and pay to boost those posts that mention the product. But you are allowed to boost other things. And so I want to show you an example of how this can work. Sorry.
Can I ask you a question really quick, James,
Please.
about that? When we're using Edge Theory, is that considered a boost?
No, that's not.
Okay.
All right, so let's hop over here, and I'm going to show you. I helped Mitra do this last week, and this was a great example of how to do this right. Okay. So last weekend, Mitra was at an event where she wanted to do a live Facebook video of a tour of a tower garden. Okay. So this was it, live tours of the Facebook live tour on Facebook of the aeroponic technology. Okay. So what we did was she made this an event on Facebook on her business page. Okay. And so she invited people to go to it, and you can see that it had a certain time and date on it. And then we boosted this event to invite people to attend the Facebook live tour, meaning they would hop on Facebook at this designated time, and they would see her make this live video of it. And then what we did was we paid to have it put in front of a bunch of people. And when you pay to boost a post on Facebook, you can target. And so what we did was we targeted people who have expressed an interest in aeroponic gardening, hydroponic gardening, urban gardening. And so we went after all these farmers and farm managers who don't know what tower farms are and what tower gardens are, but have expressed an interest in this kind of thing. And we could also exclude Juice Plus people, because she didn't need all Juice Plus people to know about the tower farm. They know about it. Okay, she didn't need to spend money on those eyeballs. And so this worked really well, and she had over 1,000 people watching her live Facebook video that if you go back to her page, it's still sitting there, and you can still see it. But at the time when it was occurring, we were watching all these people come through, and so she had over 1,000 unique views. It's loading kind of slow on this video right here. So this was the tour of the tower farm. Okay, so great results operating within the rules and still leveraging the power of Facebook. Now, you got to decide ultimately how much that's worth to you and how much you want to spend, but Facebook does let you do these things. You just got to make sure you're operating within compliance. Okay. And so when you post a make a post on your business page on an individual basis, and I'll show you this on the Healthy Living page that I run, just so you can see how it functions. But every single post that you make, you have the opportunity to pay to boost it. And so this is why Mark Zuckerberg owns an island now. He's got this dialed in. So here's
island.
a whole island. Yeah. So here's an example of, this is a Zoom interview I did with a Juice Plus rep, B. Matthews, and just great 10-minute interview about her experience with growing her business on social media. And so we did pay to boost this post so that it could get in front of more eyeballs. All right, but every post that you make on the business page has that boost button right there. And then once you click boost, it lets you start to target stuff. So we have an audience that we're targeting all over the world. Okay, so we're targeting US, New Zealand, Canada, UK, and Australia. And we're targeting people who've expressed interest in Juice Plus, Team Juice Plus, and Tower Garden, because we want the Juice Plus Nation that don't yet know about Soundboard to know about Soundboard. Okay, so you can put in as much detail as you want here. You can put in all kinds of stuff. And this is where Facebook really, really shines in helping you get in front of these people. So you cannot make a post about the product and just boost it to the world. But you can get creative like Mitra did, or you can get creative like this. And I think it's a great idea for you as a business person to leverage the testimony of your customers. And you can either do Zoom interviews and record them like this, like we're recording this Zoom call right now, and then post those interviews and boost them for $5, $10, or $15 or whatever. Or you can do what Mitra did and set up an event like we do on our Facebook page. We have a separate series of trainings running right now that are open to whoever. Oh, I'm glad I looked. I need to update that. But you can make a training. Excuse me. You can make an event announcement for a Facebook Live video of something. If you're going to be at an event, if you're going to be at a boot camp or something, and there's a session that a potential team member might be interested in, invite them to that, and then do that as a Facebook Live event. Because when you're on your home feed, all you have to do to go live is hit start a live video, and it'll just start recording right as soon as you hit the button. And whatever your phone's looking at, it's going to start filming it and broadcasting it live on Facebook. So very, very powerful. And all of this is within the compliant realm of what you are allowed to do from the home office's perspective. So get creative with that, but just know you got to pay to play is the moral of the story on that. Okay, let me hop down here. My slides are out of order. One more thought about the business page. So what you can do is, after you get some posts going, you can come down here and you can see all of the people that the post reached, okay? So when you click on this, it'll give you all the stats of what happened to the post, all the comments and all the shares. But then you come down here and you click on all of the people that interacted with the post. So these are the people that liked the post, but it'll give you this button here. If they have not yet liked your page and they just saw this particular post, you can invite them to like your page. And this is a good way to increase your likes on the page, which, remember, is not necessarily going to mean that this person sees everything that you do, but the chances of them seeing future posts goes up dramatically if you will invite them to like your page. So you can just go down the whole list here, boom, 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 and send out all these invites. Okay, and you have to do it manually. but that's still a pretty good way to get some more engagement on the page there. Okay, questions, thoughts, or comments on business pages before we roll on to my next idea? Sorry, drinking my complete shake here, afternoon snack. Okay. So the next thought on maximizing your presence on Facebook, groups. Everybody is probably familiar with groups. From a notification perspective, all the folks that I talk to in Juice Plus use Facebook groups for their teams or for their customers, okay? But you're still talking to a very insulated group of people when you do that. Let's think about groups in terms of prospecting. All right, so let's go back to Facebook Personal here. And let's search for a topic. All right, how about gluten-free? And when you search for stuff by topic on Facebook, you see you get all these things up here that you can look for. We want groups. So when you start searching for stuff by topic, then by group, what you are going to find is, and this doesn't just have to be healthy living related, but this is a great place to start. You're going to find people who are so motivated by their interest in this topic that they've taken the step to join a group so that they can learn more about this topic, okay? So I want you to think of these groups as giant rooms where people have showed up to learn more about something that you can contribute to because you are an authority on this topic, because you are an authority on healthy living, okay, with your own testimony and the products that you have. So what you can do is, and you can see I've already joined some of these, is you can join these groups. Right, look, just in this first glance, without even scrolling down, we're looking at over 100,000 people here. This is an incredible warm market that you're looking at. If you will join these groups, and these groups are huge, clearly, you will get admitted to these groups very quickly. What you can do is you can then visit this group, go into the group, and start commenting on other people's posts, okay? Start responding to what other people have posted, all right? Elizabeth posted something today or yesterday. And you are going to find a huge new group of people to interact with, to offer suggestions and advice to. And you also, and I know we haven't talked about it in depth yet, but if you are signed up for the soundboard, you have the capacity to post content into these groups, okay? So look, here we go, right here. We got an article, 12 Essentials for the Gluten-Free Pantry. So we're going to pick this article, and we'll scroll down to the bottom here, and we've got this button that says Facebook Groups. Guess what it does? It posts into groups. Can you believe it? So we don't want to post this on our timeline. We want to share in a group that we're a part of. We're going to post this into gluten-free, and we're going to say something about this. 12 must-have ingredients to keep stocked in your gluten-free pantry. All right? Man, that's so perfect. And then you post, and then boom. This group of people that have come to this place to learn more about this topic are now hearing from you. All right, and let's refresh this to see how quickly it takes to show up. There we go. So we have just posted into this group, and you are going to find the 67,000 people or whoever are in this group now get this posted into their home feed with your name on it, and you are going to start getting comments and engagements on this. So do you see the power of doing this to help you escape your home feed bubble and even get in front of potentially hundreds of thousands of new people And the content is all provided for you. All right. It's all through Soundboard. In a couple of clicks, you're in front of all these new people. So if you will take the time to engage with people who are active in these groups, if you will take the time to engage with the admins, of the group for sure, then you have the capacity to get in front of so many people. And again, we're just looking at one topic here. You can look for healthy recipes. You can look for nursing moms. You can look for, whatever. If you're into, cycling or rock climbing or underwater basket weaving or whatever, there is a group out there for that topic. Somebody's already started it. Lots of people have already joined it. And so don't just think about your groups as places where you just communicate with your team or you just communicate with your customers. Go and be a presence in these groups. And I think that you're going to find that your home feed, we talked about it a little bit last week, but your home feed on your personal feed is going to get shaken up a lot. And you're going to get a lot of new, you're going to see a lot of new people showing up with their content in that home feed because of these interactions and new friendships that you'll be making through these groups. So please take the time to do that. And I think that you'll be very excited about the outcome. And in short term, you will see, I think, real results on finding curious people, because I think one of the frustrating things that people find about Facebook is, well, they post to their home feed, but it's just the same people seeing the stuff over and over and over again. And maybe you've had a Juice Plus conversation with them in the past and they're not interested. And worst case scenario, they even just unfollow you because they don't want to, see it anymore. So I don't know how many different ways to say it, but y'all get the point, right? This is the greatest, I think, prospecting thing that you've got. You just look for healthy food, healthy recipes. We're still just looking at groups here. We're looking at close to 200,000 people here, maybe 150,000 people here that are all interested in this topic. You can just look for nutritious, whatever you can dream about. Somebody's got groups for it, okay? And some you're gonna have more people than others, but still you have hundreds of people here, and that's without scrolling. So there's one that's 5,000. There you go. So take the time to do that. Faux show. All right, one last thing here. I forgot to mention this. This is also out of order. Sorry. About Facebook business pages is a little bit of the demographic information that you can glean from your business page, which may be helpful to you. So when you're looking at your business page, you want to check out Insights. And Insights is where you go to find out, all the back end information of how things are doing. And you want to click on, I think it's people. Yep. So when you click on people, we'll talk about this more in depth next week with Twitter, because Twitter does a better job. But Facebook, it's okay. But you can tell your age bracket, your gender breakdown, and your location. And so this is helpful. Obviously, I have an overwhelmingly female audience, primarily ages 25 to 54. So that tells me that if I'm talking about basically the things we've just been talking about, healthy recipes, feeding your family healthy on the go, healthy moms during pregnancy and nursing, all those kinds of things, I know I'm hitting the mark. I do not need to be talking about, monster trucks and heavy metal. You get the point, right? That's going to be missing my target demographic here. So just take a look at this. And then also, if you are trying to get outside your geographic area, this will give you a sense of how well you're doing. And then you can remember, if you are doing Facebook events and you're doing Facebook Live stuff through your business page and you want to pay to boost that, then you can target specific areas with those things too. If you have like a local event going on that you want to invite geographically local people to, you can target them. If you have a Facebook Live event that you want people from all over the world to be watching, then you can turn off those geography parameters and it'll send it to the worldwide audience based on what topics you choose. But this will help you see what's going on there. So I talked fast today. I got us through a minute early, but Diane, I know you said you had to go somewhere anyway. So any questions, thoughts, comments?
I love what you said about the groups. I mean, I thought about that before, but I didn't think about going into the search and joining a lot of groups. I am a part of a lot of groups, and I noticed that I don't see a lot of what the groups post. But when I start commenting more on those groups, then they start to pop up more. I know you kind of talked about that last week as far as with people, but I'm assuming it's the same with groups.
It is.
Yeah.
Because if you join it and then don't do anything through it, then Facebook thinks you're not interested.
Right.
But if you're active in it, then you'll definitely see more of that in your home feed. So then it's easy to stay on top of.
So the boost thing, like you talked, you had to pay for that. Is that just, you only have that option if you have a business page?
Yes, you cannot boost anything through your personal page.
Okay. And then how much is it to boost something about? Or how
You can spend anywhere from the minimum is $1 a day up to literally the black hole of money. So however much money you want to put in it.
Okay.
But if you're spending $1 a day, it's going to put you in front of maybe 50 people. We spent probably $250 on this event last weekend, and that got it in front of like 40,000 people, and that ended up resulting in 1,000 actual real people showing up to the event and watching the video. So
I don't have a business page, but if I was going to get a business, and you kind of said don't really worry about getting a business page, but what I'm also hearing you say is the only way to do a boost is to have a business page.
No, if you want to do the groups thing is independent. The groups thing would run through your personal page. You have to join groups as a person, not as a business page.
Oh, right. No, I hear you on that. I'm talking about you could only do a boost on a business page, right?
Yes, that's correct.
But I thought I heard you say at the beginning of the call that you wouldn't really recommend starting a business page.
I don't recommend it unless you're ready to spend some money.
Got it.
Yeah. If you think that a business page is a good free option for you to grow your business on Facebook, it is not. If you're ready to spend some money, then it's a terrific option because it does exactly what it's supposed to. You just got to pay for it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Well, we'll be back next week for Twitter analytics.
Yay.
Very cool. Okay.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, Diane, just next week, I'll just play it by ear and see. But since you'll be gone, I'll just run it as like normal.
Okay, sounds good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.